Hello, and welcome to my second week of what I'm calling Tidy Tuesday in 30. So I've already set up my R Markdown file a little bit. I have some options. I have some libraries that I know I'll want, and I might add to that list. And then I've read in the data. So this week's data is about mobile and landline phones. So while that data is being read in, I think it's worthwhile to take a look at the variables we have and what they are. So there's country, year, population, GDP per capita, fixed mobile subscriptions per 100 people, continent, and then a similar set of data in the landline data set, except for its fixed telephone subscriptions per 100 people rather than mobile subscriptions. Okay, so like I often do when I take a look at new data, I'm just going to open both data sets to try to get a sense of what I might want to do. So it looks like we definitely have some missing data in there. So maybe, okay, I'm actually wanting to know where I have missing values. And one of my favorite packages to use for this kind of thing is called NannyR. So I'm just going to add this to my library list. Uh-oh. Well, that's embarrassing. Apparently I haven't loaded or installed that package since I upgraded my version. So I will install that. Hopefully it goes fairly quickly. If you haven't used NannyR, I think it's a great package for just both understanding missing values and visualizing those missing values. So I'm just going to write a note to myself that this is for exploring missing values. And I'll make sure to run that library. I use the command enter. I've already run the other libraries. The other thing is, since I haven't used this package in a while, I of course am not remembering all the functions that are in here. So I'm going to go look at some of these functions. And what I really want to know, let's see, add a column describing if there are any missing values in the data set. Maybe I'll do that add n miss, the number of missing values. Let's see. I know there's some other great functions in here, but for now, I'm just going to do that, add and miss. So actually, the other thing I might do is I think I'm just going to combine both of these data sets. Let's see. So I think everything's the same except for that. Actually, I'm not going to combine them yet. Let's wait for that. So let's look at landline and then add, what was it called? Add and miss. Okay. Great, and now I'm gonna, oops. Maybe I'm gonna arrange this in descending order by the number of miss all, just to see where we might have a lot of missing values. Okay, so at most 3 missing variables. The landline subs is probably the one I'm most interested in. So I think I might drop anything with a missing landline subs. Okay, I actually want to look at that one in particular. Oops. Let's see here. Add a column describing if there are any missing. Which missingness? Okay, I'm going to open this up bigger. Let's see here. Labels. Just trying to find out. Let's see. All right, we're gonna just skip that for now. Maybe what I'll do real quick, I'm gonna leave that code chunk there because I might want to come back to that. Oh, also realized I forgot to start my timer. Oops. Well, I'll try to stop 5 minutes early. Okay, so let's see. What I really want to know is how many are missing from that variable. So I'm just going to drop the missing landline subs. So right now we have 6,974. And when we drop those missing values, okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and drop those. And then I think what I'm going to do right now is I am going to use the fill function. And let's see. I'm going to group by entity, which looks to be country. Maybe it's not always country. And then I'm going to fill all of these other variables. So the total population, GDP per capita. I'll fill just those two things, and I'm going to fill that down. So if there's missing values there, it's just going to use the values from the most recent year. And apparently some of these have missing values, like Afghanistan must have missing values for all the GDP per capitas. Okay. No. Oh, do I maybe want to fill up? Perhaps I did that incorrectly. That's what I did wrong. Okay. So, I mean, we could think later about if what I'm doing is the best thing to be doing, but I'm going to go ahead and go with that for now because that gets rid of a bunch of missing values. Okay, so what exactly do I want to do? I think what I'd like to, I'm going to stick with this landline data set for now. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is what? I don't ever use the plot function anymore. Let's ggplot, no offense to the plot function. Let's put year on the x-axis and let's see here. We'll put landline subs on the y-axis. And I think for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the group aesthetic and group by country. And maybe I'll color by continent. I was thinking I might color by country, but then I thought there's going to be way too many. And maybe coloring by continent isn't necessary, but and I'm going to just try a GM line. I expect this might look really ugly, but oh, and I made a mistake. Oh, it's not called country, is it? It was called entity. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Oh my, that is ugly. Okay. Let's actually facet, oops, by continent. And I'll keep, oops, what am I doing? And I will keep the color by continent in there for now. Oops, missing a parentheses there, parenthesis. Okay. So what else? So what I would like to do is some ggHighlight. So I'm going to add that library up here. ggHighlight, and this is for highlighting, if I can spell that. I don't know, certain values is probably not quite the right word, but that's okay. All right, so what exactly do I want to highlight? And I also have to remember how to do this. I haven't used ggHighlight in a while. Is it GMPoly? Nope. Okay, let's go to packages and go to ggHighlight. See if I can find, oh, so maybe the function is ggHighlight. Okay. ggHighlight. Arguments, number of layers to clone. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of arguments in here I don't quite remember, but let's just try ggHighlight. If need be, I can go back and look at some of my own code where I've used this function. Ooh, that wasn't right. Okay. Let me look at this again. I've clearly done something wrong. Number of layers. Okay, we're going to go to search. Okay, let's go to the vignette. I bet this will be helpful. Oh yeah, okay. ggHighlight. Oh, great, okay. Oh, that's what we need. Okay, we need to tell it how to highlight it. Let's see here. What else can I tell it? Sort of want it to highlight the top few in every group, and I'm not sure how to do that. Okay. That's probably not the greatest search. But let's see if we can find some. Oh, that looks to be the same example. Oh, okay, I see. Okay. Okay. This looks, maybe was this a little bit old? No. Yeah, that one was a little bit older. Let's see here. Just want to see if I can highlight or find any other good examples to sort of steal some code from. Let's see here. Oops. I know I've seen some great examples, but let's see what we have. Okay, this looks like an update. Okay, so not quite seeing what I want to do. ggHighlight. So all right, well, let's see if we can make that work. I'm clearly missing something. I'm going to run it without the ggHighlight because I don't remember what it looks like. So, I mean, let's just see what happens if we use max value greater than, let's see here. I'm going to go back to this screen. So I want the max. Let's see, Landwine subs greater than 100. Let's see what that looks like. And while we're here, I'm going to get rid of my legend. Theme legend position equals none. Oh, okay. So this looks different than I thought it would. Okay. Can't quite figure out what's happening here. I think it might have to do with the fact that I'm faceting with the ggHighlight. Perhaps I need to do these in reverse order. We'll try that, and then I'm going to move on because I think I actually want to do something else anyways. Okay. I'll address this problem later. I'm going to go ahead and leave that because I think what I actually want to do is I want to try to graph some maps. So let me just check on my time. Okay. So I think what I want to move on to are some maps. So actually going to go to my own tutorial I've created because I know that this will have some things I need. So I am going to use, let's see, what am I going to use? I know I'm going to use library maps. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in here right now. And I think I'm just going to use GG map. So the first thing I want to do is get the world. We'll get the world map. So here's one I've created for the US in the past by state, but I think I'm going to want to do something similar. So I'm going to just grab this and hope that I can make this work. Okay. So first of all, I want a world map. And I think I can grab one called worlds. So let's check that first. Okay, that's a good start. And I just want to see what this looks like. So it looks like region is country. And I just want to make sure that it is in the same, okay, it does look like it's capitalized, so that's good. So my entity in this landline and mobile files seems to match the region in the world map file. So that's good. So now what I want to try, the first thing I'm going to do, let's see here. I want to, let's see here. I want to take this stuff. I want that data. And I want to, what else do I, I think for right now, maybe I'll try to eventually do a GG animate over time. But for now, while I'm just sort of playing with the map piece, I'm actually going to filter the data so year is equal to something. Let's try to plop it sort of in the middle. So let's put it at, I don't know, let's do 2010. And again, I'm just going to do this for now, and I'll take this filter out later once I figure out my mapping. Let me just make sure I haven't made a mistake. Great. So I'm sure we're going to have some issues with some of these country names, but let's worry about that later. Okay, so this is the data I'm going to use. And I'm going to pipe into this ggplot. I'm going to use GMMap, although I might switch to GM, is it GMPoly or GMPolygon? I might switch to that later, but for now, I'm going to use GeoMap, and my map ID. Okay, so this is going to be from my data set. The thing that tells it which country it is called entity. And then the fill, I want to fill by landline subs. Okay, do I have my GG themes loaded? I don't. Let me add that now because I'm using GG map. Oops. Or theme map. So GG themes. Including map. Including theme map. Okay. Command return. And let's go back down. Okay, so then this is not the states map data, it's the world map. And this is the world's map. Okay. We're gonna just try that. Oh, I can't believe it. This could be the first time I've ever created a map that worked. Okay. So there's definitely some missing values. Okay, so some of them are more expected. So I guess I didn't expect to be missing the United States, which I'm from the United States, so I definitely recognize that that's missing. So I actually want to check and see. I'm going to open this data and use the filter function and see if the United States is in there. Let's see what it's called in the world map data. Oops, meant to do that. Huh. So the world map data doesn't have, oh, is it possible that it's called US? Okay. Okay. That's okay. We can fix that. I think there might have been some other things missing, which we could certainly figure out what else is missing by doing a, shoot, AntiJoin. Oh boy. Okay, I do want to figure that out. So I'm sort of happy with how this started. I'm also trying to be mindful of my time. Oh boy, don't have too much time left. Okay, let's see if we can do this real quick. I am also going to fully admit that I am bad at remembering which joins are which. So there, I've said it. So I'm going to take, okay, I want to take my world map and can I do distinct? I think if I do distinct region, I think that'll just give me, okay, great. And then I want to, is it AntiJoin? Filtering joins, filter rows from X based on the presence or absence of matches in Y. Return, okay, that is what I want. I can't believe I remembered that. Okay, so I want to anti-join that to landline. And that should be let's see, region equals entity. Okay. Oops. Okay, so we have a few of them. I noticed some missing in the middle of Africa, the continent of Africa. Okay, the UK apparently is also missing. A whole bunch of them. Okay, well, this would require us to do a bit of work. So I can see that some of them, like the USA, is missing because it's abbreviated here and not abbreviated in that landline data set. I'm guessing some of these might be missing, like I see Trinidad, Tobago are separate. I wonder if they're together in the landline data set. Virgin Islands could be, I don't know, the US Virgin Islands or something like that in the landline data set. There are too many here for me to fix quickly. So we're going to go ahead and let those missing values be, because that requires me to do a lot of, well, sort of by hand work. So what do I want to do? What I want to do is actually see, instead of using GeoMap, so I eventually want to use ggAnimate to animate through the years. But if I'm remembering correctly, this did not work well with GeoMap. So I think I want to use GMPoly, which means I have to go and find a cheat sheet because I always forget how to use that. I think the basics of it are here, if I remember correctly. Let's see if I can find it. Oh no, that says GeoMap. Okay, where's the GMPoly one? Maybe it's not on here. Okay, that's fine. We will go, let's see what I can finish in 4 minutes. I don't have a tutorial of my own on here. GMPolygon. Okay, let's go. Let's see what I can learn real quickly. I always jump to the examples first. GMPolygon. Group. Okay. Do I need to join? Okay. I don't remember how to do that. So let's see if I can make my ggAnimate work in a couple minutes here. So I'm going to add the ggAnimate, oops, library, and this is for animation. And let's see if we can make this work. What I remember from when I did this before with a map. So here, I'm going to add, let's actually jump to the ggAnimate package real quick. And if I remember, I want to, where are you? Transition time. Okay. So essentially, these transitions are going to add, oh, shoot, did I not load that library? Okay. Okay, good. There we are. So I want my time variable to be year, and I'm going to get rid of that. I think I had to add a group aesthetic somewhere, if I remember correctly. So yeah, okay. And from what I'm remembering, this was a weird, unexpected way of doing this. So let's try group equals entity, which, okay. I'm going to try group equals year, which again, doesn't seem like the right thing to me. Oh, and I'm just remembering where I used GMPoly. Okay, that's okay. We'll kind of see how this looks. And while that's running, it takes a while. I'm going to check my timer, which is at 32 seconds. So whatever it is that this creates is going to be my final thing because my time is up. And I believe I've actually gone over because I started my timer late. So if you've never used ggAnimate before, these do take a little bit of time to create. At some point, we'll see like a countdown here. So we sort of know what frame it's on. Probably could have done fewer than 100 frames. There goes my timer. I'm going to let this go a little bit over so that we can hopefully see the final product. Otherwise, I will just add it to my file. And then after I'm finished here, I might try doing this with GMPoly as well, because I think it sort of makes a little bit more sense. Let's see, I'll give this just like one more minute to try. And in the meantime, I'm gonna sort of search for my GMPoly example, which I used with my students, doing a very similar plot. Let's see here. Can find where. Here we go. So it is slowly but surely building our plots. Okay, and I found my example that I'm going to work from. Okay. Well, oops. Let me pull that back over here. Oops. Well, there's some change, but not a whole lot. It looks like some countries are coming and going, which means I have missing values in there somehow. I see. They could be missing for certain years, I suppose. Okay. So I also think that this doesn't change a lot over time. So perhaps that is not all that enlightening. Perhaps looking at the mobile one would be more enlightening. But I am going to stop recording at this point, and I will add a little bit more to this file later. So as soon as I figure out how to stop, there we go. Bye-bye.